Hey Mama, it's Jocelyn here, Jocelyn Hillam with the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. And I am looking forward to being with you today. I really want to dive a little bit deeper into one of the sections of my pregnancy course, which is specifically made for the 6 weeks of pregnancy when you are so sick and having a really tough time. And I want to dive a little bit deeper into that today. I am so glad you are here, that you are trying to find positivity and good thoughts for your mind during this pregnancy. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Thanks for joining. Hey Mama, are you feeling pretty miserable right now in the middle of being sick at the beginning of your pregnancy where you now have mixed emotions? Maybe when you took the pregnancy test, you were so excited and then the sickness hit, and maybe you've been sick for a couple weeks now and you are wondering why, and you are feeling so sick and that this is so hard. I felt that pregnancy was so hard during that sickness phase. I probably had depression, although it was never diagnosed during those phases, at least with my first two pregnancies, because it threw me for a loop. I did not like being sick, and I did not like being sick for that long. And I know there were times when I wondered why. Oh, and I felt really bad for myself, which you might be feeling too, because it is not fun. It is very difficult to be sick all the time, to be feeling like you're left out and alone, and it's a struggle. I am here for you because I have been through that struggle. I've had 4 kids. The last 2, I really learned some mindset tools that significantly helped with my mind and my positive outlook during pregnancy. Now, it wasn't always perfect and it wasn't always great, and it's not always going to be, even in life. It's just not always going to be perfect or great, and it's the same with pregnancy. But these mindset tools really helped me shift so much into finding more in pregnancy, more beauty, more love, more gratitude, more things that were good about pregnancy as I shifted my mind. And that is what this podcast, at least the Tuesday episodes, are focused on doing, is helping you to shift your mindset to work through the things that are hard. So in that course, there are 3 sections, or there's 3 types of videos. It used to be in sections, but I've mixed all the videos up because of the way the course did it. I wanted you to get a taste of each different section instead of having to go through like all of the gratitude and then all of the changing negative to positive and then all the affirmations. I wanted them mixed up. So they are kind of mixed up so you can get a feel in that course for what you like best. So I know I focused a lot on gratitude in this podcast, or at least on these Tuesday episodes. It has been a topic for many of them, and I've also done a few on affirmations, but I haven't spent a lot of time explaining the changing the negative to the positive. What does that even mean, and how do we do it? It's actually fairly simple, and in that course there are video exercises. Well, they're not exercises, but they're mindset exercises, where as I talk in the video, you lead your mind through these exercises to help you begin to shift. And changing the negative to the positive looks like this. So maybe you are sick. Let's kind of stay on that realm, where you're just sick and miserable and things are not very fun right now and you're having a hard time staying positive. I know that I did, because not only was I sick and I couldn't do the basic things, I couldn't go anywhere. So I felt like I was stuck at home, and it's hard. I feel you, Mama. So in order to change the negative to the positive, you would be thinking about what that negative is. And that negative is that you are sick. You can't go anywhere. Now, to change that to the positive, you've got to think of something positive that you can shift to from that. So being sick actually is a good sign in pregnancy, especially at the beginning of pregnancy. It means that everything is going good and that your body is still developing and growing that baby. I had a miscarriage between babies 3 and 4, and I began to feel less nauseous. And I was so grateful and amazed for being less nauseous way sooner than I usually was. But that also led to a miscarriage. And I'm not saying that every time if you get feeling less nauseous that it's going to lead to a miscarriage, but for me it did. For me it did lead to a miscarriage. So for my 4th baby, I shifted my mindset from that negative, I'm sick, I'm stuck at home, I don't like this, to my body is doing amazing things and it is still growing this baby. I am still pregnant. And I was able to shift from that negative mindset of this is terrible, this is hard, maybe not this is terrible and this is hard. I had to work through those in a little bit different ways. But from I am sick to I am grateful that I am still pregnant, that my body is still carrying this baby and growing it within. It is simple mindset shifts like this that change your outlook, not just on pregnancy, but on life. And if you can implement them in pregnancy, when you have all of these changes that are happening so fast, well, sometimes it doesn't feel fast, but they're happening fairly fast and fairly frequently. If you can begin to work through those during a pregnancy, think of how amazing that can be when you are not pregnant and you can use these tools in other ways in your life to work through them. They are simple, and because they are so simple, I know some of you are going to discount them and say, no, that doesn't work. Just shifting from, ugh, I'm sick, to, yes, my body is still pregnant doesn't make a difference. I challenge you to try it. It does make a difference. It is incredible how these thoughts can shift our outlook on these difficult things that we have to go through. I know it's hard, Mama, and if you need more of these examples of changing the negative to the positive in pregnancy, I encourage you to check out my Positive Pregnancy program. It is the top link in the show notes, and it is chock full. It's got 42 different videos. Now, why 42, you might ask? That's because the average woman goes through about 6 weeks of sickness. So 6 times 7 is 42. You've got a different video for every day when you are going through that sick phase to help lift you through. And some of them are going to resonate more than others. And maybe the ones that resonate more you can come back to. And the ones that don't resonate can be put on the back burner. Nonetheless, you have the options to try a different mindset exercise every single day of that 6 weeks of pregnancy when you are feeling like, I need help. I really could use some mental help. I know that was me. I didn't want to go to a counselor. I didn't even want to voice my mental concerns with my doctors. But I am here online, willing to help you and support you in these endeavors. Keep it up, Mama. It is little things like this that will help you through, shifting the negative to the positive. Think of something negative that you are going through and try to find an opposite positive that you can dwell on instead of the negative. And remember to smile. I know in pregnancy we can forget to smile because the changes are hard, the shifts are difficult. But smile, Mama. You can do this. I am cheering for you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing with your fellow pregnant moms or moms that you have found out are newly pregnant so that they, too, can find positivity in pregnancy. But most of all, thank you for implementing what you learn into your own life for more positivity during pregnancy and in motherhood. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.